What's up, my kaiju friends and fans? Really, Kaiju King back, doing a couple videos here. Box stays today. This is one of the three. Godzilla 2024 Pre-Evolved Supercharged Hall of Fame by Spiral Studios. This one is controversial, I would say, at least. The artwork on the box is nice, I will say. I think Spiral does a good job of artwork on their boxes. Alright, we'll move on to start the show. The Spiral Studios Hall of Fame G2024 Pre-Evolved Supercharged. Alright, I want them back. Here it is. Spiral Studios Hall of Fame Godzilla 2024 Pre-Evolved Supercharged. So this captures Godzilla from Godzilla X Kong New Empire right after he attacked the nuclear plant in France, right? Up to the time that he defeats Tiamat and becomes evolved. This is that Godzilla in between that window. But you only see him in a couple scenes after he charges up at the nuclear plant in France. He's this supercharged form, and when he's going into the ocean to go fight Tiamat, he's got this supercharged form. And I like that scene because when he steps into the ocean, the water starts instantly boiling. So he was that much intense heat coming out of him. It was pretty cool in the movie, I thought. Every time I watch that scene and he goes into the ocean and his body is making the water boil, that's pretty awesome, I thought. Pretty neat figure here, a lot of controversy with it. But overall, to me, it's not terrible. The paint app on the glow-in-the-dark paint is what is hurting the figure, from my 2 cents. All the blue spots here, it's all the fluorescent, like glow-in-the-dark paint. And I'll try at the end of the video to turn off the lights here, and hopefully he'll capture enough light that it'll glow a little bit. But it's too thickly done. See that on the chest and on the dorsal plates? It should be more finer tipped, brushed on, I guess, painted on. To me, it's just too thickly done, and it takes away some of the details of the figure, just my opinion. There's the tail. It goes down and kind of goes back and curves to his left a little bit there. But the sections of the tail look decent. Like I said, the blue just kind of distracts you from the details, in my opinion. With the dorsal plates, 3 rows on the tail there, big, nice fat tail. Go up to the back here, of course, you got the classic, almost Showa era style plates, especially that big middle one there. Really honors Showa with that curve in it. But the whole middle row is really significant of Showa, where the outer ones are more akin to the 14 Godzilla. But as you can see, the paint's pretty thick in spots, and I think it just draws away from some of the detail. But if you look closely, there are nice details on the guy, I think. Here's his feet. You can see the scale definition on the legs here. It looks pretty good, actually, I think. It's just that paint draws your attention too much. They went too heavy with it, I guess, is what I would say. You can see up here on the back by the spine, by the dorsal plates, there is definition here. It's just, look how that paint is like drowning it almost. That's just my opinion. See the details over on this side as well. It's got details, man. There's no doubt about that. Here's his arms down at the midsection area, like he's ready to take off, running toward column or something. There's the chest, armor chest, as Godzilla, legendary Godzilla always has. Really heavy on the paint there as well, I think. It draws away from details, because there is details here in the chest area. Even on the arms here you can see some nice details. Look at the scales. Up to the neck here, he's got his gills with some blue on his gills on his neck there. His eyes are pretty much the blue color there. Teeth in the mouth. Pretty jagged looking there a little bit. A little bit of blue on the tongue and in the mouth as well. You can see though, I mean, in my opinion, he's got some details to him. It's just, I think the paint is too heavy and draws away from the details on this version of the figure. Now the pre-evolved form that's not supercharged, I got it as well. I'll probably be a day or two on doing that video. But it's the same sculpt and everything. But he'll probably look better detail wise because I think this paint just really pulls away from the details. You can see on the dorsal plates, I mean, there's nice textures and stuff, but the paint drowns it out a little bit in my opinion. Overall though, it's a nice figure, I think. I'm glad I grabbed it. I don't regret grabbing it. I know a lot of people are pretty hard on this thing, I think, and I don't think it's perfect by any stretch, and it's mostly because that paint is really particularly drowning it out. Hopefully my lights are charging it up though, so when I do that video here in a little bit, be able to see them lit up at least. We'll do multiple comparisons here, and let's do that now. Alright everyone, so here's a 30 centimeter X Plus Godzilla 1975. Alright, we'll do some more. Let's do that now. Alright y'all, here's a Spiral Studios Godzilla 2024 Evolved. Alright, let's do a few more. Let's do that now. Alright everyone, here's my Spiral Studios Hall of Fame Shimo. Probably one of my front runners for figure of the year for this year. That thing's details is off the charts. Alright, let's do a couple more. Let's do that now. Alright y'all, here's the gigantic Big Boy 2014 by Spiral. Need the camera back here so you can see him, but just to kind of get an idea of sizing there with a big guy. Alright, we'll do probably two more. Let's do that now. Alright, here's my 25 centimeter X Plus Gigan.
I'd be upset. Yeah, no.
Alright, one final comparison. We'll do that now. Alright y'all, here's my X Plus 30 centimeter Godzilla 1962. Alright, one final, we'll do that now. Alright, final comparison is 25 centimeter Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong by X Plus. Alright, I'll move on to some quick final thoughts here. Let's do that now. Alright everyone, I'm back. Spiral Studios Hall of Fame Godzilla 2024 Pre-Evolved Supercharged form. Like I said, I just got 3 of these today. This figure has nice detail, in my opinion, but the paint is drowning out some of the detail. That's just my 2 cents. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel about it. I think it's a pretty cool figure nonetheless, and I don't regret getting it. Alright everybody, I'll close out my video. I want to thank everyone that tunes in. This is Phil, the Kaiju King. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk again soon.